Hello loves and welcome to my channel. It's me again, I just Pax made. So today we're going to be learning how I made this shirt collar, and excuse me because there's no buttons yet on the shirt. So let's get to it. So first of all, I went ahead to measure the round neck of the shirt that I've already sewn. So this is me taking the measurements of the shirt I've already sewn. If you're just joining us, please do well to subscribe to my channel. Trust me, you would enjoy every bit of video, everything I put out here. So please do well to follow me. Subscribe, share, comment, and let me know what you would love me to post on my next video. Thank you. So I went ahead to take the measurement. I went ahead to transfer the measurement I took from my round neck, which was from my shirt. I transferred the measurement here, so I got about 20. So I'm transferring the 20. Now please note that this fabric is very stretchy, so it kind of expanded the neck I was working with. So I went ahead to mark my 20-inch, taking 2 inches as the width of my neck, my collar. So in this shirt making, we have two different pieces that comes together to make the shirt collar. So this is the first. People usually call this the bishop neck. So this method can actually work to cut out your bishop neck. So after marking my 2 inches width, I went ahead to cut out the piece. So here it is. And after doing that, I duplicated it and cut out the next one. Now please note that one will be an interfacing will be placed on one part, while the other part will be used to turn the interfaced layer. So we always cut out 2 pieces for our shirt collar. So now the next part is the bigger part of the collar, which I took out 4 inches. Yes, 4 inches. Now I'll first of all go ahead and draw out my 4 inches line. Now at the edge, which has a close end, which I'm so sorry, my ring light wasn't covering that part. My bad, I actually really thought it was. So I went ahead to cut the 4 inches, and then from the 4 inches at the edge, I took out 2.5 inches. Note that our first collar, we took out 2 inches. So while on the second one at the edge, I took out 2.5 at the end and created more like a slant line connecting from the 4 inches down to the 2.5 inches. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying, but you'd see a picture, you see a better view of what I'm trying to explain soon. Okay, so whatever choice of interfacing you choose to work with, I decided to work with this paper gum. It's not the really hard one. Okay, yeah, this is what I meant. You see that the closed end is a bit smaller. That's the 2.5 inches where I went down and slanted up to the 4 inches. Yes, so now please note that your collar, how wide, how big you want it to be, is all up to you. There's no special anything. Just know that you can start with the standard of 1.5 for these smaller parts, and then use 3 for the bigger parts. So I went ahead to iron my collars. So after ironing, I went ahead to bend the edge of the smaller collar. So I went ahead to bend the edge flat, which I'll be running a stitch down on it. So I'm ironing my interfacing on my collars. You can use collar stay. There's actually a collar stay. You can use a cloth gum, whatever. It depends on how thick you want your collar to be. So now let's get to the sewing. So remember, we hemmed a smaller part of this small collar. So I'll go ahead and run my stitch. So after doing that, I'll go ahead and turn. Remember the part where we came down by 2.5 inches? Yes. Oh, my fan. I'll go ahead and reduce. Now please note that your bigger collar should be 1 inches or 1.5 inch smaller than the round neck. That's the main base of your collar. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. That means this bigger collar would give a space of 1.5 inch, which we have our front shirt button fixed on that part. So your collar is not covering from the beginning of the small one to the end. So on each end, you're going to take out 1 inch or 1.5 inch. Please, I hope you're all following. Please do well to subscribe to my channel. I'm a really good teacher, trust me. I'm just trying to learn how to work around the whole creating this content thing. Trust me, I'll bring in more detailed classes. Please do well to subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate, and please tag a friend, share, like, comment. It really go a long way for me. Yeah, so back to our collar making. So after sewing round, I'm going to go back to my ironing table and press. So after pressing, I came back. I've pressed the bigger part of the collar, so you can see what it looks like here. So now I'm going to go back and match it, like close the edge so that it doesn't shift when I'm placing it on the smaller collar. So I went ahead to match it down, to stitch it down. Okay, so after doing this, I'm going to notch the middle of this collar on both the smaller collar and the bigger collar. I'm going to go ahead and notch. After notching, please place the hard, that's the interfaced part, on the interfaced part of your smaller collar. Then place the lining, that is what we're using to turn our collar, on the other edge. Please place the harder parts, harder surface on the harder surface. Just check on your collars and then place the other one to turn it round. So here is what I did. After doing that, I had to pin it down so that it won't shift. So this is the harder surface, that's the interfaced part. So now I'll now mark the midpoint and measure out my collar, my round neck measurement on both ends, which if I had 20 divided by 2 will give me 10. So I'm going to measure 10 on this other edge and 10 on this other edge. So now you can go ahead and just sew it straight across, or you can add a curve at the edge, which I showed with my pen, but I'm going with the straight. So I'm just going to go ahead and just sew it straight down to the other end. Yes, so this is what I'm doing. Go ahead and sew it straight down to this other end. And voila. So please do well to subscribe to my channel. Please, I need you to grow. So after doing that, I went ahead to iron it. So now you see our collar is ready. So now let's attach the collar now to our shirt. So I'm going to now please note that the harder part is the part going to face the front of your shirt. The harder part is the part going to face the front of your shirt. So I'm going to take the lining part of our collar and sew at the beginning of the shirt neck. When I sew there, I would not sew it from there to the end. I will go ahead to the other end and also stitch, then now run it across. That way, if there's any excess on our shirt, we'll know how to maneuver it instead of sewing it and hanging somewhere and it's not reaching the both ends. So you sew on the first edge and sew on the second edge and run it down to the end. That's what I just did here. Hope you're enjoying my video. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and please do leave a comment for me. To mean a lot to me. So after doing that, I went ahead to now match. After turning in the lined part, that's what I used to turn my collar. That was the first thing I sewed. And now go ahead to match the collar down. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing here. Voila. So this is our finished collar, and this is what it looks like. Notice the 1.5 inch I told you I took out. Hope you've noticed it. That's what we have at the extreme end here. So this is what our collar looks like. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Please do well to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.